is a testament to what it gets
got
done.
Enough juice to spruce up
I mean,
any of these places.
I can't have those kind of nitpicky criticisms of lofty things like aesthetic and narrative of most of their games, because it's kind of the same brown mishmash and cliched stories.
But that's the greatest forge in all the city.
And that's not to say that Bastion is the most original or the most groundbreaking story ever told. But the narrative is delivered in a really interesting way, both through the narrator, through the world building, the level design. All of this stuff comes together in a really brilliant way in Bastion.
It wasn't fixed. It was unbroken.
That, and as for my second playthrough, I mean, just the variety offered by the RPG systems, the spirits, the tonics, whatever you want to call them, the sheer weapon variety, the upgrades, and especially the shrine. I can't wait to go through again and enable those, and I might do some bonus footage of that playthrough once this initial one is finished. Still a really exciting game, really fun stuff. Actually can't think of a game that I would classify as an action RPG that came out in 2011 that was better than this, though I can think of some RPGs which were better. But if you want to find out what those are, you can go to selectpausplay.wordpress.com and find out from my Game of the Year 2011 post. Did I give Bastion an honorable mention? You'll just have to find out. I should be a fucking used car salesman. Well, I guess that's for you to say.
Ankle gators used to roam the wilds, and they nested at Rothus Lagoon. Many a tale folks used to scare their children straight originated here.
Kind of like Boogeyman. Or the Boogeyman. Or Hell. You know, the standards. Hey-oh.
All kinds of beasts what don't know up from down, still lurking about.
This is probably my least favorite combination of enemies, is birds and wallflowers. Just presents all sorts of nasty opportunities to get chipped away at, and to have enemies that aren't quite able to be hit, between the wallflower closing up and the birds kind of launching themselves off at a distance and just barging straight through you. If there's one enemy in this game that you want to block, it's the birds. Not just because of how much damage they do, which isn't that much.
Even the brushers learn to fear this place.
Sorry, get the hiccups. But it's because if you don't block the birds, then it's hard to lock them down and get them in a situation where you can actually finish them off. Hiccups again, sorry. And those things aren't really worth the time to kill, unless you have a better ranged weapon than the musket. And I do believe that's what I still have. I don't think I switched them out for the pistol. Could be wrong, though. No, okay. Yeah, I still have the musket on.
They used to think that ankle gators were extinct. Well, they ain't. One of them's been living.
For that reason alone,
grass.
I love the ankle gator.
They called her Queen Anne.
Anything that has
Turns
a
out
mutual
Queen
hatred
Anne
for
got a hold
birds
of a
is fine in
shard.
my book, even if I have to kill it later on for my own benefit. But you know what they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Plenty of other dangers, of course.
Until it tries to kill me, and I have to smash it with a fucking hammer. And I hesitate here, and I want to try to kill it at a range, because I figured that was going to happen.
Smells worse than an
that I was going to get
breath.
Caught up in the hallucinogenic fog. I'd be fine if that just did damage.
Ain't time for pecker hunting, but the kid
This level really just illustrates that as much as I really love that musket, that I might
Can't
have to
fight
swap
Queen
it out
Anne
eventually,
with
but I
proper
will
tools.
get a weapon right here
Rushers use their pikes to keep their
that I
distance
could
around
use in
here.
replacement of
Now
the
a kid
hammer,
can do the same.
and it has really good range capabilities. So, I'm thinking if there are more levels like this where there are
Sharp
bastard
sticks make Queen Anne nervous,
wallflowers out
so
of
she
range all the
backs off a
time,
bit.
and other stinkweeds, that I'm gonna have to use either the spear as my
Kids
single
gotta
enemy
mean
ranged
throwing
weapon,
on.
along with the musket for crowd control. Because the spear, I mean, it's also a really effective melee weapon. It's not quite as good as the hammer, in my opinion, but it's still perfectly workable. I'm gonna have to use either that combination, or I'm gonna have to go with something like the pistol
Those
or the
pincushions
repeater.
been living off the ankle gator scraps.
That kind of makes me sad. On the bright side for you guys, I don't think I've really shown off the other weapons enough. And getting away from my first order optimal strategy, fun vocabulary word from
Queen
extra
Anne
credits
can't
on
fit
Penny
down
Arcade
some of these
TV.
narrow
Guys should
paths.
definitely check them out. They are much better at this video thing than I am. Plus, they're doing wonders to advance our discourse on this medium, and that in and of itself is
Queenie leaves the
absolutely
kid into some
invaluable.
kind of twisted trap.
So, in the interest of plugging things that aren't
One
me,
bad step in that tall
once you're done
grass
watching
and
this
he's
episode
Queen
and
Anne's
the
lunch.
couple episodes that follow it, head on over to Penny Arcade. I think that's penny-arcade.com. You probably already know it because they are way more popular than me. And head over to their TV section and check out extra credits. And I forgot the ankle gator was there.
He holds his ground. Seems the queen's
I just
running
kind of
out
wanted
of
to try to
options.
poke its eye out.
He takes off after her.
I guess not.
The closer you get to an ankle gator's lair, the thicker the tall grass grows. Kid's gotta make a run for it.
What the hell is it burrowing into?
Those leaping lunkheads don't like
I
Queen
mean,
Anne
from
any
the
better than the
angle
kid.
you get of the platforms, it can't be that far underground without sticking out the bottom. And it certainly shouldn't be able to navigate. It's like it disappears into subspace when it's not above ground.
Queenie must have scared a bunch of peckers out of hiding.
And those stupid birds are the sole reason why I don't want to give up the musket. Unless I can use Final Warning with another ranged weapon, in which case I will begrudgingly let go of the musket.
Wanna know how to find an ankle gator lair? You use a kid as bait.
Coincidentally, that's how you also catch a pedophile.
Now she's coming for him.
Just ask Chris
Got nowhere
Chris
else
Hansen.
to go.
Though they didn't really use a kid as bait. So I'm completely wrong, but that would be a much more effective
They
method.
say if you run across an ankle
Just
gator,
put one on the end
you
of
better
a
keep
fishing
running.
rod, dangle him out in front of a pedophile's house, tase him when he comes out.
She's starting to get
To be honest, that would
annoyed.
make for way more compelling television than To Catch a Predator, so fuck Chris Hansen, my idea is better.
And now he's made her mad.
Oh no, not mad. Oh fuck.
Rest in peace, Queen Anne. That was for the brushers.
Now, first, I get baited into this open area while being chased by a fucking monster, let's be honest. I get baited into a monster trap. And then the narrator is gonna wish this killer fucking beast to rest in peace.
The shard sitting in plain view.
And right off the edge. That's one of the running themes for this Let's Play.
He's got it, and he's home free.
And I just keep poking away at those because I didn't notice the skyway over here.
Kid's done what needed to be done. Queen Anne's reign is over. We even got a crown jewel.
Innuendo alert!
All that trouble for a single shard. But you know what? It was worth it.
Fuck that. Speak for yourself, old man. I almost died. I almost died a lot. I rolled off a goddamn cliff into the abyss.
The wilds at bay. Bag yourself a musket and a pike.
Fucking narrator doesn't know the meaning of hard work. That's fine though, because
The arsenal's complete in case we need protection.
complete. Forgot about that. Yeah, the shards we're getting now, as opposed to the ones we got earlier on in the Let's Play, is that earlier on they could help me establish the essential buildings for the Bastion, the shrine, the armory, the distillery, all that stuff. Now the shards that I'm getting will allow me to upgrade those buildings. That'll make more stuff available to me, and I believe I chose to upgrade the armory here, thinking that it would give me like access to a special new weapon or something, but it really didn't give me shit that I care about. And what the forge upgrade did that I accessed earlier was it it unlocked 2 additional tiers of upgrades for me, whereas before I could only get up to that third slot, that third row. Now I can get an additional 2 more after that. But for now, it looks like I'm about out of time, so hopefully I don't have audio issues with this episode. And that said, take it easy, folks. See you in the next episode.